And at this time, I'd like to turn the program over to our past chair, Steve Simmons, who will lead us through the rest of our program today. Steve?
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for being here today. Today's program features two of our great community leaders who are working hard to expand the role, presence, and offerings of higher education in our community. I apologize. I have got this out of order. Rich Cummins, president of Columbia Basin College, joined CBC in 1990 as a member of the English faculty. Since becoming a member of the administrative team in 1996, he's also worked as the Distance Learning Director, Technology Dean, and Vice President for Instruction. He was also the president of the Columbia Basin Advanced Technology Center. Dr. Cummins also worked for the University of Arizona, Johns Hopkins University, and Pima Community College. Overall, he has 27 years of experience in higher education. Dr. Cummins is a member of numerous community boards, including the Pasco Chamber of Commerce, the Reach Board, United Way, the Crest Museum, and TRIDEC. He has served on the boards of Tri-State Enterprise Center and St. Patrick's School. Dr. Cummins holds a BA from the University of Cincinnati, an MFA from the University of Arizona, where he was a university fellowship recipient, and a PhD from Gonzaga. As an author, he has published one book and numerous articles and creative works in national journals. Please welcome Dr. Rich Cummins.
Thank you. And thank you to the Chamber for hosting this and giving us the opportunity to talk about our institutions. I'm going to talk a little bit, let me see how I get this clicker going. Yeah, talk a little bit about the community college movement in Washington State, the need for that mission, a little bit about budgets and some business environment realities that we're all experiencing, talk about some innovations we're working on, our capital environment, and close with a couple of comments on our Bachelor of Applied Science degree, a new initiative at the college. We're in 34 communities in Washington State. And we offer the following degrees. I think a lot of you probably already know these things, but we offer community and university transfer degrees. We have terminal degrees that are community college degrees for which the credits by and large do not transfer to university. These would be degrees in marketing, welding technology, lots of health science fields, those kinds of degrees. We offer certificates of completion as well as a bachelor degree. We work closely with the unions and have a number of apprenticeship trades programs. And then we have a large pre-college effort, basic skills, which is GED, adult basic education, English as a second language. One of the confusions about the community college, I think, is that we have an open door. We have an open access mission. And what does this mean? Well, sometimes people will think that this means that if an individual does poorly in high school, they can take any class they want if they just head over to the community college. But actually, calculus is calculus, and you have to be qualified to take it. So what we do is placement tests, and we work with individuals at the level they present to us. And as a result, we have remedial classes that prepare people for college. Something like 70% of all the students who come to the community college require remediation in math, for example. And we have lots and lots of classes to get them up to the college level. Of new high school graduates in Washington, you can see how that breaks down in terms of basically about half of the students who will attend higher education come to the community college. And of all four-year graduates in the state of Washington, 41% will have began their studies at a community college. At CBC, some of our key demographics are, in any given quarter, we have about 8,000 headcount students. Over the course of a year, that equals more than 13,000 individual students. We have a really powerful impact, and we're able to add value and transformation to thousands of lives every year. 6,000 FTE, we're roughly double the size when I started at the college in 1990. 28% of our transfer group is Hispanic, and HSI stands for Hispanic Hispanic Serving Institution, and I'll talk about that in a bit. 54% female. This past week, we graduated 1,067 people, which is an all-time record for the college, combined with 708 GED completers who went through our ceremony the week before. Some 6,000 students receive some form of financial aid, and our tuition is increasing again by about 7%. I wanted to talk a little bit about the need for higher education, just a couple of quick slides. They're kind of busy, but this is a business group, and I think you can enjoy these. This is a slide that kind of talks about the last 200 years in the American economy. So if you look at the line for agriculture in terms of where investment, infrastructure, and talent development is, the three drivers in an economy, you see that agriculture, labor, and land intensive. Then as we went through the first and second waves of the Industrial Revolution, capital, and then capital intensive with land and labor and knowledge being more equally distributed. And finally, in the current economy, the one that's being called the information age, the knowledge age, whatever, knowledge intangibles are clearly this great skew. And that's what higher education provides a community. This one's a very busy one, but I wanted you to see it. What I want you to look at is just actually the blue and the brownish orange. The y-axis is medium salary by job category from 0 to 80,000 a year. The x-axis is -5% to 40% in terms of projected change in jobs. This is from 2004 to 2014. There are quadrants. There's a high-paying low growth, high-paying high growth, low-paying low growth, and low-paying high growth categories, with a medium income, or an average, a mean of about $40,000 that's cut across the bottom there, or the middle there. And the blue are where people need college degrees. The light blue is where there's a need for some college. So you can see that the fastest and best paying jobs in the current economy are requiring some form of education past high school. In fact, when lots and lots of data was crunched over the last 50 years to determine what activity is actually being accomplished in the American economy, this graph produces a nice look at it. This is the percentage of increase in skill set. This is behavior over time from 1960 to 2002. And you can see clearly that in the blues, which are routine manual and routine cognitive and non-routine manual jobs, clearly on the decline, whereas complex communications and expert thinking clearly exponentially on the rise. And then finally, this slide that talks about what Vicki and I do for a living. The y-axis is U.S. employment in millions, up to 80 million, and again, behavior over time, 96 to 2016, and the percentage of growth in the American economy of jobs for middle-skilled and high-skilled jobs. Low-skilled jobs are defined by the Council on Competitiveness as high school, middle skills up to an associate's degree, and high-skill bachelor's degree. Huge growth projection in those categories. So, all that said, we're facing some real problems in our economy that affect higher education. Our budgets are declining as our enrollments are climbing. As I said before, Columbia Basin College had the highest number of graduates in our history. So this is kind of what the economy looks like. This is all of us, I think, parachuting in, and those are the alligators waiting for us. And basically, you know, the OFM of the state of Washington, as well as the House Ways and Means Budget Office, which is a nonpartisan committee, have indicated a decline in economic activity all the way out to 2019. So we'll be expecting budget cuts until then. I'm kind of planning for that and trying to figure out how to position the college for growth of students, of programs, et cetera, while managing down our budget. So over the last couple of years, we've lost about $5 million out of our budget, and that gives you a picture of just a quick snapshot. Our FTE allocation is set every year by the legislature, and we receive a certain reimbursement for them if we meet that target.